gentlemen, welcome to The Byte, your go-to source for all things nerdy.
In bite-sized form.
All right, joining us today is our good friend Andrew Clabo, and we'll be talking about Steven Spielberg's Lincoln.
Ooh.
All right.
Big deal.
Well,
What'd you think? What'd you think?
Yeah, you start.
I loved it. I've seen it twice now.
Wow.
I know Jameson doesn't feel this way, but I don't know. I thought for Spielberg, usually, I love his over-sentimentality. Some people hate it. Some people are like, Spielberg, he's a sap. But I actually thought this film was pretty subdued compared to a lot of things he's done. I think this is one of his more sophisticated movies.
Lincoln, more sophisticated than Warhorse.
It is that.
Oh boy.
Well, but what do you guys think?
I did love it for certain parts of it. The acting was just absolutely phenomenal. Like they could not have cast better actors. I mean,
what a cool cast overall. I mean, like
this character
every character actor from like television. Walter Goggins from Justified. You have the guy who played Walton. Sorry, Walton Goggins. You've got guy who plays Lane Price.
You have everyone. You don't even need to we'll be here
that
all day.
The boyfriend from Girls.
Yeah, the boyfriend from Girls. Adam Driver is in this movie.
Shared a scene with Daniel Day-Lewis, and it was actually really good.
Everyone.
I just kept thinking about how he pees in the bathroom.
The actors were great. Shh. The actors were great. So go see the movie. But yeah. On top of the fact that they were all just very talented and clearly had a really good grasp on like their roles. If you look up, there are charts online of comparison shots between like the actors and what the historical characters actually looked like, and they're spot on. It's really kind of disconcerting because it's like. It's not the same people.
And it's not even like the makeup made them look like that. Like there's a picture of Alexander Stevens I saw, and Jackie Earle Haley plays him in the movie. And it's like uncanny how much they look alike.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like honestly, I feel like the only person in the movie that looked the least like themselves was Daniel Day-Lewis. Like
least like Lincoln, you mean?
The least like Daniel Day-Lewis didn't look like Daniel Day-Lewis. He looked like Lincoln, but that was due to things like makeup, things to the fact that like in almost every shot they're having him like you can't see his feet, so he's standing on an apple box.
Yeah.
So,
and he's a tall guy in real life, Daniel Day-Lewis. But he's not 6'4" like Lincoln was, and they had a lot of scenes where you could tell that he's just like towering over the rest of the cast.
No, that's all positive, but I personally, I was looking forward to the movie. I really enjoy history, and despite like loving the facts and loving a lot of how accurate it was in certain parts, I was kind of bored by it overall. I felt, and it wasn't just because it was a slow movie, but just something about it felt, the focus wasn't always on Lincoln. Like I couldn't tell whether it was trying to be a film about Lincoln or more about like Lincoln's impact. It just felt like a kind of, there's like an entire portion where like Lincoln is barely involved in it. And it's just literally him just towering in shots.
I don't know.
Cutting back and forth.
I disagree though, because the core of the movie is about passing the 13th Amendment. And that literally would not have happened if it wasn't because of Lincoln. So
of course.
It is all about Lincoln.
But I want to see more of that of him. Like I felt like it was already, I don't know, from like the beginning, he has his mind set up.
There were a lot of shots that were not, like there were a lot of scenes that cut away where Lincoln wasn't present. So I was a little unsure whether it was like a biopic or a biography, or was it actually, just like a history
I think the fact that it didn't chronicle like his life from like a child to adult automatically said this isn't a biopic. This is about the most important thing he did as a president.
Although the original script was, the rumor was that it was a 500-page script that like spanned like years, and then they just whittled it down to be this 1 month period. Which is very cool, and I enjoyed aspects of it. But I just wish it was a tighter film. Like I felt like there was some excess in parts, and I really enjoyed. The thing is, I really enjoyed the moments. I thought there were really good moments. But overall, I don't know, like everything with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I love him. I think he's a great actor. But nothing with his character worked. I felt with that.
But see, like I disagree, because that's like the Lincoln that you wanted to see, though. That's like about Lincoln. That has nothing to do with the 13th Amendment. That's just like
I don't know, but it like tried to have its cake and eat it too, but it didn't succeed because it wasn't.
So you
it was
wanted
like
one or
tacked
the
on.
other.
Yeah, it felt tacked on to me. Like I was like, why do I care whether he goes in the war, because it's not what this movie is about anymore. And so I just felt like it tried to do both things at once.
I disagree though. A bit more.
Yeah.
That maybe like even if they still kept it like as panning over Lincoln's life in that time. I think that movie was too long.
Yeah.
I think it was too long.
I disagree. And usually I feel like I like, when you're sitting in a theater, sometimes you kind of like feel tempted to, don't do this, pull out your phone and check the time. never happened to me with Lincoln.
Really? Oh, I did that.
I don't know.
I checked the time a lot.
To feel it. I started to feel it at some point.
It was like
just
I've heard
bad.
criticisms like, oh yeah, like obviously they're gonna pass it, so like why should I care, kind of thing. Like
Well, I will give you. I thought it was really great that like we have a movie in which like the ticking bomb of the film is whether an amendment is going to be passed, and like that was incredibly cool, and I really enjoyed those
The fact that
moments.
they pulled that off,
But-
and like
No, yeah, I
I did
think it
feel
was suspenseful.
enthralled. I was like absolutely invested in like what was happening, even though I historically knew like, surprise, Lincoln gets shot at the end. But
even
like,
though you don't see it on
Spoilers!
camera. Like, what's up with that? Like, you're in a
That is
different.
one thing. Can we talk about
You're
that?
in a
Can we talk
different
about the
theater.
ending?
Why are you in a different? Like,
he didn't mind.
I loved it.
You liked it.
But here's the thing.
No, because everyone knows
Yes,
it
yeah.
would have been too like exploitive.
But why do it in a theater? Then why not be in it like Congress? It's like you're in a different theater. Like come on,
because you're supposed to like it goes to the theater because everyone's like, oh, I know what happens now, and they cut to a theater and you're like, wait, something's not right, and then it cuts to his kid, which is classic
Oh,
Spielberg.
his kid happens to be in this different theater watching something
sure-
at the same time as like
I'm
his
sure
dad
that,
was.
like that's a weird thing. They probably like, oh, I bet when they were looking through like history, they were like, oh, he was at a theater once. This
and they
kid-
pulled out
looked through
history. They grabbed history.
grabbed, like, the
and
whole-
looked through it. and
You know what I mean?
scrolled
I'm
through.
sure it was documented that he was there. I don't know for a fact.
I
but
don't know. It didn't. It just didn't work. It felt anticlimactic. It just ended on a fizzle.
But that's not like him getting assassinated isn't the point of the movie. And
But
if
it is
they
just
showed
as
it,
much a part of his life as whatever
But
he
then
did
don't
during
include
his
it.
life.
Don't include it. There's no need to do it. Just trim it up. Trim it up. And I enjoyed it. But I'll give the parts.
I can agree that maybe they should have ended it. There's a shot where he like is walking down the hall.
Yeah.
And then it
Perfect
goes to the
ending.
theater.
Could've
It
done
would
that.
be a good ending, but I don't know.
Some
Then they
people
ha-
liked it, some people didn't. I think that's all the time we've got for Lincoln.
Yeah.
Go see for yourself.
it.
You can make an opinion on your
It's
own.
gonna be a big Oscar.
Read some history books too, because education's important.
History.
That it is.
All right, well, let's do our flicks picks.
All right.
Lots enough talking about history. Let's do our Netflix picks. So, what do you got for us, Andrew?
I recommend Death at a Funeral, the British film, not the American remake they did. It's by Frank Oz, who voices Yoda.
A Muppeteer.
I'm a Muppeteer.
As well.
Yep, it's really great. It's about Matthew McFadden, who I don't know if you've seen Pride and Prejudice. He's Mr. Darcy. Anyways, he's a really good guy, good actor. And it's his father dies, and it's all about the funeral. It all takes place one day at the funeral, and mayhem ensues. Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones is in it.
Cool.
Alan Tudyk from Firefly.
Yeah.
He's great in it, really great in it. And
Just a great cast
it's
of characters.
super funny.
cool.
So yeah, really great comedy. Definitely check it out.
Cool. Marion, what's your pick?
My pick is The King's Speech. Won a bunch of Academy Awards. Totally deserves them. Absolutely. Like, amazing cast. Absolutely gorgeously shot.
Yeah.
And, like, I, just as an actor personally, there's a lot of, speech kind of training in it that I recognize and, like, I've actually gone through. And so seeing that on screen is, like, really weird to do when it's like, the King of England and stuff. But it's all,
Yeah.
but that's how I know.
Yeah.
Like, it's spot on. Like, that's actually, like, what the training is. And they did a lot of research on it. And it's overall just a really, really great movie. They did a
Yeah.
really good job with it.
Yeah, it's
So.
a great historical film. So watch that instead
Absolutely.
of Lincoln.
Yeah, good
so
follow-up.
I'm gonna do. My pick is Groundhog Day, the classic Bill Murray time travel, time loop comedy. It's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, you need to go do it. It's incredible. It's a great dark humor, which I guess is kind of a running theme of our Netflix pick here. But yeah, definitely go check it out. It's awesome. Not gonna say any more. Go watch it. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching.
Yum.